Good morning.
Miss Eland.
The report.
Thank you. Messages?
Information. Q21, answer negative. Q46, satellite link effective. Q9700. The computer readouts available from today.
Have them put straight through to me, will you?
Yes, sir.
Sighting confirmed. Course varying 8 to 10 degrees.
Get Moonbase.
Right.
Hello, Gay. How long has it been banking and weaving like this?
It started 2 minutes, 20 seconds ago, sir. Before that, course and speed were constant.
What were the readings?
Course 037164. Speed sol 1.6.
Never had a flight pattern like this before.
Course still varying. Speed now 0.85 and reducing.
Thank you. How long before Commander Straker comes on duty? What's the panic?
A UFO. Its approach is much slower than usual, and it's varying course constantly.
Yes, but maintaining an overall flight path. Yes, I agree with you, Alec. This zigzagging is unusual.
It's almost as if it were trying to avoid something.
Or find something. Well, we can't take any chances. Sound a red alert for all ground stations.
Shadow control to all stations. We have a red alert. Repeat, condition is red.
Interceptors, immediate launch.
Immediate launch.
Stand by to set missile control
Computer.
Right.
Missile timing 1-4-7-5.
Missile launch. 10 seconds.
Positive. Contact lost.
Moonbase to shadow control.
We hit it, Commander.
Well done, Lieutenant. Oh, that one certainly made a new approach. I wonder what it was trying to do.
We'll never know, I'm glad to say.
Cigar?
Thank you.
Moonbase to shadow control.
What is it, Lieutenant?
I have another contact, sir.
A second UFO?
No, sir. The same one.
The same one, but you reported a positive detonation.
I know, sir. The scanners showed negative.
But it's back.
Well, what's the position now, Lieutenant?
I'm sorry, sir. It's through Moonbase defenses.
Heading for Earth.
Thank you. I can't understand how those interceptors missed. It seemed to me that UFO was a sitting target.
Maybe that's what we were supposed to think.
And that's a good point, Alec. Force the interceptors to release their missiles, avoid them, then it gets a clear run past the Moonbase defenses. Where is it now?
Range 7 million.
Trajectory termination?
Difficult to say. It's changing course more violently than before. Nearest we can get is Western Europe.
Well, it could be damaged. Lieutenant Ellis reported a strike.
Speed increasing. 1.4. 1.8. 2.4.
That does it. We'll never get near it at that speed. Must get a closer ETT.
Is the rate of descent constant?
More or less. There's still a slight variation.
Should be possible to work out a broad target area.
We tried, but our readings are less than adequate, computer data.
Do your best, Lieutenant.
Looks like it's going to hit. The question is, what is it up to?
Tell you what I think, Alec. I think that UFO is under manual control. First, the flight variation was used to disrupt our computer programs. But now, I think the alien is fighting to regain control.
Well, that makes sense. If it's damaged.
Yes. The next few minutes are going to be very interesting.
Trajectory termination. Areas 17 to 23.
Too close for comfort. Sound a red alert.
Sir. Course 017422.
Lieutenant?
ETT, area 17, map reference 405, green.
Alert the mobiles.
Mobile 2 to control. Pass your instructions.
This is Red Alert. Proceed to map reference 405 green. Stand by.
Roger, control.
Mobile 2 moving to ETT now, sir.
It's weaving offline again.
Shadow control to Mobile 2.
This is Commander Straker. Get that area sealed off, Foster.
Yes, sir.
UFO speed decreasing. 12,000 knots. Range 1,000 miles.
Course maintained. No deviation.
So, it's back under control and slowing down enough for a landing.
Speed 7,500 knots. Decreasing. Range 600 miles. 3 minutes to termination. Course maintained. Speed reducing.
Come on, friend. We're waiting for you.
It'll be a perfect landing, Alec. And we're going to be right there.
1 minute. Course maintained. Speed. Speed increasing.
Check it.
No error, sir. It's coming down faster.
Get me Colonel Foster.
Sir.
Mobile 2, go ahead, control.
The UFO has increased speed.
To crash velocity. It'll be too late to correct.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
And Colonel Foster, if there's a survivor, I want him.
Right.
Mobile to control. Have audio on UFO. Cloud cover preventing visual.
Roger, Mobile 2. It'll be over you in 30 seconds.
Roger.
It's decreasing speed. Switching. Yes, course altered 2 degrees.
Colonel Foster, have you got visual contact?
No, sir. Still tracking on audio.
Get there as fast as you can, Colonel.
Yes, sir. Mobile 2 to control. It's crashed right into a house.
All right, Colonel. Do what you can. I don't understand it, Alec. Under control and out of control. Crash landing velocity, then safe landing velocity. Now it hits a house.
Liftoff complete. Onboard readout is go. Roger. You are clear for EO. Out. Lunar module to control. Separation A-OK. This is lunar module to Moonbase control. Have visual contact.
Roger, lunar module. Have you on track for auto landing? The lunar module with Colonel Freeman on board is docking now.
Hello, Gay. Shall we start? Hello, Nina.
Hello, Colonel.
How's everything going?
Fine.
Good. How are things with you, Joan?
Fine, sir.
Is that your report, Lieutenant?
Yes, I think you'll find everything's in order.
Sure I shall. Shall we continue?
The, spares situation might need reviewing. I'd like to see the level kept about 20% higher.
Funny you should say that. Straker asked me to get your ideas on the subject. He had the same idea. Hi, Colonel. Hi, Lou. What sort of times are you making on the interceptor launches, Lieutenant?
About 125 seconds flat.
That's pretty good. Well, that about wraps it up for this month. I'll report a clean bill of health.
Fine.
I have a possible sighting. Will relay details of speed and trajectory.
I have a trace bearing 062415 green. Confirm sighting, yellow alert. I repeat, yellow alert.
Good luck, Mark.
Okay, let's go.
UFO has entered area blue 634. Interceptors are in position, awaiting confirmation. We'll give computation of attack coordinates and missile timings as soon as possible. Red alert, red alert. Confirm unidentified flying object.
This is Moonbase Control. Red alert.
Repeat, red alert. Interceptors, immediate launch. Interceptors.
Immediate launch.
Our checks, A-OK.
Interceptor 2, our checks, A-OK.
Interceptor 1, our checks, A-OK.
Switch to radio link 4. Onboard computer wave band
068.
Confirm speed 0.8.
bearing 342047. That's it, don't lose it. Base to interceptors. Have the UFO on positive track. Speed Sol 0.8. Speed Sol 0.8.
Bearing 342047.
UFO maintaining course. Predict interceptors in range 51 seconds.
Control to leader.
Set onboard computer for the auto count.
Roger.
Missile launch, 5 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Our visual contact with explosion.
Detonation positive.
Did they get it?
I still have a contact, Lieutenant.
Double check.
Positive.
Predict UFO on collision course with interceptors. Impact 32 seconds.
Control to interceptor 2. Auto course to 024201.
Impact 14 seconds.
Interceptor 1 to base. Request new course.
1 to base, request new course.
Control to interceptor 3. Alter course.
024186.
9 seconds.
Interceptor 1 to base. Request new course.
Control to interceptor 1.
Auto course to
218.
It's too late, Lieutenant.
Coming one.
Impact confirmed. Interceptor 1 destroyed.
Why, Alec?
You've read the report?
Yes. An astronaut killed. A UFO through the outer defenses. The report tells me what happened. I want to know why.
I don't really know.
Oh, come on, Alec. I know you better than that.
Things happen so fast.
Meaning?
I can't be sure.
Well, look, I'll settle for an educated guess, Alec.
The error could have been human. A decision was taken, it could have worked, but the point is, it didn't.
Right. I want the personnel concerned, the 2 surviving astronauts and Lieutenant Ellis, back here on the next moon flight.
Right. Oh, what happened to the UFO?
We lost it in a radar blind spot. But one thing's certain, it landed.
Landed? Where?
Just about the worst place possible. Somewhere in an area of 50,000 square miles in northern Canada. Everything we got that flies is out looking for it.
Completed grid search. Nothing to report.
Okay, Skipper. See you in 1 hour.
No, I'm going around once again. We'll stay alive long enough for one more run.
Looks a long way off, doesn't it?
Might as well be at the other end of the universe.
Has anyone seen Lieutenant Ellis?
She's in Central Park.
Thanks.
Well, there's one of the lucky ones who'll be back on terra firma tomorrow.
If by terra firma you mean Straker's carpet. Rather them than me.
Gay, we all took the same chance. Ken was unlucky. These things happen. Nobody's to blame.
Don't give me that crud, Marsden. Find it. If you need more aircraft, appropriate them. Yes, I'm giving you the authority. Yes. Right. What now?
The Moonbase personnel are here, sir.
Send them in. Now look, Alec.
I know. You want that UFO located?
Yes. Bradley, Waterman, Lieutenant Ellis. I assume you know why you're here.
I'd like to say something, sir. As Interceptor leader, I want to accept complete and sole responsibility for what happened.
Very gallant. Yes, that's a very brave gesture. But out of line. I know what happened. Now I want to know why. You people were selected because of your outstanding character, as well as intellect. What went wrong?
Anything from those satellite shots?
No, sir.
Well, keep looking. It's got to be there somewhere.
Have relocated UFO in area blue.
Straker.
We picked it up.
Great. I'll be right there.
Thank you, Greenman.
Where is it?
Yes, we have that. Confirm
Just crossing the
UIF
Atlantic
every 30
seaboard.
seconds.
Speed and altitude are way down. The Moonbase interceptors must have damaged it.
Right. Alert Sky 1.
That's it.
Shadow HQ, Skipper. They've located the UFO.
Be right there.
I've got the UFO's latest fix, sir. If we steer 042, we should intercept in 18 minutes.
Right. Alter course to 042. Give her everything she's got. Steer 042, maximum speed.
Lieutenant Ellis, Waterman, I'd like you to begin the computer test while I interview astronaut Bradley.
Right.
Cigarette?
Thank you.
Nervous?
No.
There's no need to be. This is all quite confidential. Please sit. There. Before we start, I'd like to get one thing straight. I've no liking for you blacks. You ever heard that phrase or something similar on Moonbase?
No, never.
You didn't seem surprised when I said it.
I assumed you didn't mean it.
Good. Good.
This time we'll get it.
Range 800 miles, sir. Closing.
Launch stations. Launch stations. Lift-off stations.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
Right. Stand by for liftoff. Leveling off at 10,000.
Roger. Sky 1 airborne, sir.
Thanks.
Word association. Ready? Father.
Mother.
Hot.
Cold.
Geometry.
Variable.
Oh, yes, of course. You were a pilot before you became an astronaut. Apple.
Teacher.
Sun.
Moon.
Tree.
Pine.
Hate.
Love.
Love.
This is Shadow Control. UFO 48 miles from your present position.
Thanks, Control. I have it on the scope. Have visual contact. Closing for attack.
Sky 1 reports a hit, but UFO is turned and is still airborne.
Signal all radar stations. Tell the commanders if they lose it this time, they'll answer to me.
Get some rest, Alec. You look tired.
Shadow control to all radar tracking stations. UFO has been hit, but is still airborne.
Did he say anything else?
No, just that I'd been cleared, and I was scheduled on the next flight back to the moon.
And us?
He's the one who needs looking at. Oh, don't worry.
You can't hear an ex-glass case. He calls an office. Tell me something.
Does Shadow have anyone checking him out?
If they did, it would probably be a computer.
Lieutenant Ellis, will you come in, please? Please sit down.
Coming down, sir.
Great. When it lands, let me know its exact position.
Roger.
Oh, have a seat, Alec.
I don't believe it.
Oh, no, that's for you.
Thanks.
Well, the UFO has landed. But this time we know where.
Exact position?
Close enough to Lexfield Air Base, Canada, for you to be there by first light tomorrow.
Fine.
I want them, Alec. I want them alive.
I'll do what I can.
You'll be the field commander. I'll monitor the whole operation from here. Central Control will give you all the details, but the transporter will be loaded and ready for takeoff at 2100 hours.
Fine.
Oh, one more thing, Alec. Dr. Schroeder has finished with the Moonbase personnel. His report is quite clear. I'd like you to handle that, too.
Right. I'll do it before I leave.
This is the way I want it done.
Mahogany.
Table.
Grass.
Green.
Laugh.
Cry.
This is an interesting reaction. Watch this carefully.
Sunrise.
Morning.
Black. Black.
Bird. Blackbird.
Blackbird. Oh, yes, good.
A 2.04-second delay. You could see her mind racing. She was consciously avoiding giving the standard answer. White. Look at the stress factor at that point. 5 times normal.
And your conclusions are based on that?
My conclusions are based on 8 hours of exhaustive tests, 20 years of experience, and the conclusion formed by the computer. That example was one which I thought even a layman might understand. I'll leave you to it. Come in, come in. Sit down.
I'm not going to waste time with the details of this report because you'll be given copies of it. But I'd like to read you its conclusions. 1. Taking into account the circumstances at the time of detonation, it was clearly the duty of Lieutenant Ellis to decide the type of evasive action to be taken. On that count, Lieutenant Ellis is cleared, provided that the decision was in no way influenced by emotional factors. Which brings us to point 2. The 3 personnel directly concerned were subject to standard psychiatric and psychocomputer tests with the following results. Astronaut Lou Waterman, clear on all counts. Astronaut Mark Bradley, emotion count 0.48 paranormal, clear on other counts. Lieutenant Ellis, stress factor 1.28 paranormal. Emotion count 0.35 paranormal, clear on other counts. 3. These results are attributed to an emotional attachment between Lieutenant Ellis and Astronaut Bradley. It ends with a confidential recommendation as to what action should be taken. Well, we'll just have to hope that this thing sorts itself out. Meantime, Straker's given you separate postings. Bradley, Your report to Moonbase.
And me, sir?
Shadow Headquarters, Earth.
Well, everything's lined up with the Air Force. You'll get their fullest cooperation.
I'll be on my way.
Oh, Alec. Who are you taking with you?
Does it matter?
No, except that I hadn't seen the list of personnel.
It includes Mark Bradley and Lieutenant Ellis.
Your decision?
My decision. Without the aid of a computer. They'll be back inside 3 days to take up their new postings.
The transport has just landed at Lexfield, Canada, sir.
Fine.
Shadow mobiles 1, 2, and 3 proceed to search area.
The other mobiles are on their way, sir.
Good.
Shadow Mobile 1 to control.
In position.
Roger 1.
No visual contact.
Shadowmobile 2 in position, sir. Shadowmobile 3 in position.
All 3 mobiles are in position, sir.
Good. Send one in.
Which one, sir?
The one in the best position. Standard procedure.
Control to Shadow Mobile 3. Close in for final assault.
Roger, Control.
Should be able to see it any second.
There it is. Have visual contact.
About 300 yards ahead.
Any sign of movement?
No, nothing. We're going in closer.
Right. Take it easy.
Shadowmobile 3 to control.
We're under attack.
Head back to the ridge.
We're still under fire. They seem to be using some sort of...
SM3, can you hear me? Come in, SM3.
Radio and tracking link negative. They must have been hit.
Send the next one in. I know the risk. Send it in.
This is Control to Shadow Mobile 1. Close in on UFO.
Roger.
This is Colonel Freeman. We must assume SM3 is non-operational.
Stop just below the top of the ridge and proceed on foot.
I repeat, proceed on foot.
Understood.
Okay, let's go.
Roger. Backup forces in position and standing by, sir.
Okay. Fan out. $250 yards from UFO.
Closing in.
They're closing in, sir.
Look out!
Hi.
Why today?
Yes, they're flying the alien back to HQ now.
You all right?
I'm fine.
Mark, there's something I must tell you. After Mobile 3 was hit, Freeman told me to send another one in. Mobile 2 was in a better position.
It's okay. I was glad of the action.
Don't you understand what I'm saying? I risked your life to prove a point.
You did it to prove that Straker and the computers were wrong.
Well?
Much the same situation we've experienced before. The alien was breathing a liquid containing a bioacrophilic compound, imparting the usual green tint to the face and neck. The hair was unaffected, and the eyes had protective shells. Oh, we've managed to revert the respiration to normal atmosphere.
Successfully?
5 hours is not long enough to tell.
It's long enough to tell us that we're dealing with a comparatively young alien. Past experience has shown us that once they breathe our atmosphere, they deteriorate to their true age. I want to see if I can get anything out of him, Doctor. How soon can he be ready?
Look, we're crossing new physiological frontiers. How can I say? Well, I suppose he's as ready now as you'll ever be.
Right, Doctor. He appears to be humanoid and highly intelligent. The biosensor tells us his eyes and ears are in excellent condition. Computer reports indicate he's in perfect health. There must be some way we can communicate.
You've been interrogating him for 43 minutes. How much longer?
Why?
We've got to remove the barrier compound from his hair to assist oxygen absorption.
All right, all right. Now, let's go over it once again. The answers are needed to certain questions. I'm asking you to cooperate. It's no good, Alec. He either can't or doesn't want to understand. There's no alternative. I'm going to try one of the new anodynes to break down his resistance. Which do you recommend, Doctor?
Well, GL7's the most effective in my experience, but in this case,
Well?
I can't guarantee the result. It could be dangerous.
How dangerous?
Who knows? But the decision and the responsibility must be yours.
Well, your reactions are all right. You heard that clearly enough.
All right, Doctor.
Now, the drug will lower your resistance. It's no use fighting it. You must help us. You must cooperate.
Pulse rate increasing. Still increasing. Hold him down.
Drink, Alec?
No, thanks. I'd like you to accept this.
We've worked together a long time, Alec.
Maybe too long.
Can't we talk about it?
There's not much to say. It's a difference in temperament.
You think I wanted him to die? It was a calculated risk.
It's not only that. You make all your decisions based on cold logic, computer predictions.
"1984. I wonder what it's going to be like in 20 years' time. Will the computers take over completely?
Why don't you ask them? They seem to have all the answers, even now.
We build them, program them, and they tell us what we're going to think before we know it ourselves.
Well, you better make that phone call.
I'll sleep on it.
Straker, it's for you, Alec.
Freeman. Well, when did you find this out? Well, you know what it means, don't you? Right. No. Now leave that with me. Yeah. Bye. Mark Bradley.
Important? He thinks it is. Well, it looks like you were right. You and your computers.
Oh, by the way, Alec, would you tell Lieutenant Ellis and astronaut Bradley that they're to return to Moonbase immediately and assume their normal duties?
That's not what the report recommended.
Not the first report, no. But this report analyzed the flight paths, and it shows that had normal procedure been followed, we would have lost all 3 interceptors.
You mean her decision wasn't influenced by emotion?
You tell me.
See you.
In position, Captain. IGR 140288.
Right. Take her up 8 fathoms.
Prepare surface stations. Blow tanks 1 through 6.
Yes, sir.
Steady at 8 fathoms, sir.
Right. Nothing in sight. Prepare to surface.
Surface stations.
Maintain visual and radar. Watch for surface vessels. Where are we, Lieutenant?
Right here, Captain.
Fine. Well, we've made good time. Hover cruise at 20 knots. Steer a course 126.
Steer 126, speed 20 knots. Tracking aerial set up, sir.
Right. This is SkyDiver to control. We have surfaced. In position to check the satellite.
Roger, SkyDiver.
What's happening, Captain?
Well, I've got a feeling it's pretty important. Commander Straker's playing this one close to his chest.
There's the signal.
It looks good.
I have a radar sighting, bearing 279.
Right. Looks like a freighter. Take it down.
Yes, sir. Dive, dive, dive.
SkyDiver to Shadow Control.
Shadow Control.
We had to crash dive to avoid a surface vessel.
What was it?
A freighter, but I'm sure they didn't see us. Before we dived, we did manage to pick up the satellite. Its orbit looked good.
Thank you, SkyDiver. I'll tell Commander Straker.
How far is it now?
Around 8 miles.
Do you think it'll work?
Well, I think so. But then I always was an eternal optimist.
4 minutes, Doctor.
Right. Check area latitude.
10 seconds to transmission check, sir.
There it is. Smack on the nose.
The first transmissions are coming through, sir. Signal strength 012147.
What's the distortion?
Minimal. Decimal 072.
Fine. Keep tracking.
I think Dr. Young was a little put out at not being able to see the results.
Yes. Security is a word I don't like to throw at a man who goes out of his way to cooperate.
Maybe we could send him a couple of prints.
Let's wait and see if there's anything on the tape to print.
All set up, Ford? Yes, sir.
Look at that.
Look at that detail. That's taken from nearly 500 miles out.
Fantastic quality. How's it going, Kelly?
Pretty well, Commander.
In fact, the test run was so successful, there are very few modifications needed.
That's quite a setup. When can I tell the commission we'll be ready to go?
3-4 weeks. We just have to check out the link systems.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear.
Oh, Commander. Could I have a word with you? Do you mind, John?
No, not at all.
Well, what's on your mind?
Tomorrow you're going to ask the Aerospace Commission for $1 billion.
Yes, for one of the most important projects Shadow has ever undertaken.
Sure. It's the first item on the agenda. There are 53 others. Mine's number 52. It comes right after how much do we spend on new coffee machines. Look, all I'm asking for is $50,000, and the chances are I won't get it.
I don't see how I can help you, Kelly.
I think my project's important, sir. You could help me.
Now, wait a minute. You've done a great job on the device. But you're a group.
Group? There are just 2 of us, Commander. But with that $50,000, we could complete the development on the stereo scan.
I'd like to help. But I think you're looking the wrong way, Kelly. Space. That's where you should turn your talent.
Well, I hope you get your billion.
Oh, I'll get it. It's a space project.
Very pretty. But don't pull a bulldozer job in here, Straker.
I won't have to. Nice to see you again.
Gentlemen. The Financial Committee, the Aerospace Commission is in session. Now, you all know Commander Straker. And by the billion-dollar cost estimate beside it, you will have realized that the first project on the agenda is his.
Thank you, General. Gentlemen, this drawing shows a standard B-142 space probe. Now, the project will use a modified version of this spacecraft. I'd like you to notice the domed structure here. Now, from this cross-section, you'll see that it incorporates a device which, in layman's terms, can best be described as an electronic telescope. The principle is very simple. It is a telescope which, instead of using light, operates with a stream of electrons. And it's capable of scanning with a magnification of up to times 2,500. Lieutenant Masters.
These shots of the Earth were taken from an orbit between 450 and 500 miles out.
The electron telescope scans an area, radios the information back to Earth, and the impulses are transmitted into these pictures. And as you can see, the definition is as good as any normal photograph. The tracking and homing mechanisms are also very elaborate, but they've been fully tested and will enable the probe to home in on the planet from 2 million miles out.
I'm sorry to disillusion you, Straker, but I can get you great shots of the Earth with a $2 camera from a balloon.
Yes, I should have been more explicit, General. By the planet, I didn't mean Earth. The purpose of the project, gentlemen, is to enable the probe to track and follow a UFO to its origin. To home in and get high-definition close-ups of the alien planet. Now, my project is to launch a standard or a modified B-142 space probe and place it into a parking orbit around the moon.
Shadow don't have those kind of facilities.
No. We would have to use NASA for the launch. Now, the telescope and the electronics are still on the secret list, so they would have to be fitted by Moonbase astronauts after the probe had been placed in a parking orbit. Well, find Foster and bring him into my office, will you, Alec?
Well, did they approve it?
We've got ourselves a deal. We even got a time slot from NASA. Oh, launch 712 in 4 weeks' time.
Well, that's great.
Yes, we could be a lot closer to some of the answers.
Well, there she is, ready to go.
Yeah.
You know, I've learned a lot in these last weeks. Listen, have you got a pen? I thought I'd just write out the check for 50,000.
Well, that's all right. I can cash in some of the family jewels. Anyway, there's always next year or the year after. Well, she's all yours, Lieutenant. I hope we get you those shots.
Yeah. I'll see you around.
Will Lieutenant Masters report for pre-lunar medical right away?
Long day?
Long month.
Well, I think we're set. Well, listen, I'm thinking of taking Keith Ford with me to Moonbase.
Good idea. You're gonna need all the help you can get.
Yes. Well, listen, Alec, you'd better keep all Earth-lunar communication down to a minimum.
Sure. What's the situation on the launch?
The launch? Well, I think we can safely leave that with NASA.
Give me a readout on the master computer.
Electronic readout. A-OK. Countdown continues at T minus 4 hours, 32 minutes, 8 seconds.
Missile power. Go. Water system. Go. Fuel system. Go. Telemetry. Go. T minus 3 minutes.
We have green on all readouts. T minus 60 seconds.
29, 28, 27.
We have go
26,
for ignition at minus
25, 24, 23, 22, 21. 18, 17.
Main
16,
stage ignition.
15, 14, 13,
11, 10,
9, 8,
7, 6, 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
0.
We have liftoff. T plus 55. T plus 60.
248 00.
T plus 65.
18 miles down.
He looks good.
NASA reports the launch is successful, sir.
Right.
Moonbase control to lunar module. Switch to automatic LLS or bring you in by radio beam.
Touchdown, minus 27.
Welcome to Moonbase, Commander.
Thank you.
If you come with me, I'll show you to your quarters.
Oh, you two go along. Paul, let's go to control. I want to check on that space probe report.
Hello, Commander.
Lieutenant, Nina, Joan.
How's the flight?
Very smooth, thank you. How's everything here?
Fine.
Oh, Lieutenant, do you have the space probe report? Oh, good, good.
Apogee 0.124 below requirement, but we can easily correct it. I've worked out a rough schedule for the astronauts. We understand the probe is to be modified in space.
Oh, this is great. Well, we'll have to go through it together, of course.
I did say it was a rough schedule, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Because of the radio security clampdown, no one on Moonbase knows the purpose of Project Discovery,
As it has been codenamed. But I do know how hard some of you have worked on it. As you know, a modified B-142 space probe
has been placed into a parking orbit around the moon. Now, the first phase is to fit specialized equipment into the probe.
This equipment has already been shipped to Moonbase from Earth. Phase 2 is to maneuver a UFO into a position where the probe can be activated into a flight pattern
which will enable it to follow the alien back to its origin. When the probe gets within 2 million miles of its target, it will start to transmit.
With luck, we should get the first close-up shots of another world. It will be our first step in bringing the fight back to the alien planet. Thank you. An exciting situation, Lieutenant.
Yes, it is.
Look, you've got to get things set up as fast as possible.
Right. Who's going out on the probe?
Colonel Foster and Lieutenant Masters.
Moonbase control to lunar module. Your flight pattern is go for rendezvous.
Right. Confirm 1.4.
Zero 22417.
Roger, Control. We have visual contact. We're in position. Onboard computer reads go for spacewalk.
We have green on all systems.
Moonbase control to lunar module. Confirm go for spacewalk.
Safety lines checked. Send out the camera on my signal. About to board satellite. Condition green. Stage 1 complete.
Control to space team. Roger.
Great work, Paul. Pass my congratulations on to your team. Now, I've asked you all here to explain the next and most vital phase of the operation. Now, the space probe is in orbit. The equipment has been installed and fully tested. Lieutenant Ellis?
The problem is to force a UFO into an orbit complementary to the space probes. Then we can activate the tracking systems on the B-142 and enable it to latch onto the UFO. This will involve scheduling the interceptors very precisely. We've made a computer study of UFO approaches, and the general pattern is marked, as you can see.
Now, Lieutenant Ellis has compiled an interceptor schedule, but a lot of the decisions will have to be made on the spot.
Does that mean we have to play this one by ear?
Right.
Isn't that dangerous?
It involves a certain risk, Colonel.
A calculated risk, Lieutenant, based on a careful weighing of human factors as much as logic. Well, all we have to do now is wait for a UFO.
Red alert. UFO bearing 142 blue. UFO maintaining course.
This is Control. I have a red alert. I repeat, a red alert. Have UFO on positive track. 142 blue.
Speed, sol 8.35.
140. 139.
Sitter's just confirmed. It's coming in on the predicted flight path.
Good. Well, she's all yours, Lieutenant.
This is Control to interceptors. Immediate launch. Repeat, immediate launch.
Right, let's go.
this mission is. Your controller will be Lieutenant Ellis. Flight plans will be relayed by Lieutenant Ford.
UFO maintaining course. Speed sol minus 8.35.
UFO maintaining course and speed. Stand by for onboard computer read in.
00102. 1319-0124, input N.
Roger, control. UFO maintaining course. Bearing 142 blue. Range 18 million miles. $17 million miles.
Entering area red, 081.
There it is.
It's changing course.
UFO entering area red, 084, speed, sol 8.37.
We'll have to readjust the schedule.
Right. Compute for new flight plan.
Right, sir.
Control to interceptors, stand by for new flight plan. 042, 148.
2148. Increase speed to sol
1.127.
Leader to 2 and 3. Alter course to
2148.
Roger, leader.
Interceptors losing contact, sir.
We've got to turn it. If we use a detonation here, the UFO will be forced to swing away onto this sort of a course. Tell the interceptors to explode a missile in area blue. 128.
Control to interceptors. Break formation. We'll relay new flight plans. Control to interceptors.
Missile timing 15.18 seconds.
Thank you, control. Commencing missile sequence. Firing -5.2 seconds.
Detonation positive.
It's altered course.
UFO entering area blue 132.
Maintaining speed.
Crossing into blue 133.
It's coming round just right.
It's accelerating, sir. 0.38. 8.39. You have to use a second missile, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Right. Compute it.
Yes, sir.
Well?
I think a missile in area blue 27 should do it, Commander.
Order the missile launch.
Sir. Missile timing 104.
018, 826.
Roger.
Detonation confirmed, sir.
UFO veered to new course. 301. Compute B142. We'll link up in 4-3 seconds.
Lieutenant,
Oh, Commander Straker.
how do you feel?
Fine, thanks.
How about a cup of coffee?
Yes, I'd like that.
How do you like your coffee?
No sugar.
Here we are.
Thanks.
Well, here's to Project Discovery.
Cheers.
You know, I want to thank you, Gay, for all the hard work you put into this project and the long hours. You know, I think you push yourself a little bit too hard. You're doing a fine job, Gay. A man's job, but you don't have to do it any better because you're a woman. And don't ever forget, you're a very attractive girl.
Thanks for the coffee. And thank you.
Lieutenant?
Colonel Foster,
Sir.
when do we leave?
1800 hours tomorrow, sir.
Good. Let me give you a piece of advice, Paul. Don't ever judge a situation by the end of a conversation.
Lunar module takeoff, minus 18 minutes.
I just come in to say thank you, girls.
When will the first pictures be through, sir?
Well, the experts tell me 4 months, so let's hope that they're worth waiting for. Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, Lieutenant.
Goodbye, Commander.
Okay. Next time you're on Earth furlough, drop in and see me.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
All clear.
Launch stations.
Launch stations!
Good luck, Colonel.
Liftoff minus 10. Sky 1 to SkyDiver control. Airborne.
Roger, Sky 1.
Replacement Sky 1 approaching rendezvous.
Roger, Sky 1. Have begun docking procedure.
You've got a great crew there, Captain. It's been a privilege working with you these past weeks.
We've enjoyed your company, sir. Hope you have a good furlough.
Don't worry. I really plan to let my hair down. Yeah, looks as though I've got a lot of catching up to do.
Let's start with a drink. What would you like?
Scotch.
Good night, Sylvia. Good night, Paul. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
I'll walk you to the door. Why don't you fix yourself a drink?
Good night, Sylvia. Thanks for the lovely party.
Is this what you're looking for?
It's a great party.
Looks like it.
What's the time?
4:30.
Do you know, I've got to be up around 7 tomorrow.
You poor little thing.
$4:30, $5:30, $6:30.
Do you know what you need? An alarm clock.
Here's your coffee, Keith.
Yeah, that's just what I needed.
Good morning, sir.
Moonbase to control. Sighting. Area red 042184.
How does it look, Lieutenant?
We're awaiting confirmation.
Hi. Hello.
Franklin. Joe Franklin. Missile technician. Now, don't tell me. It's, Ford? Fraser? Foster. Paul Foster. Glad to meet you, Colonel. I knew it had to begin with F.
These poops are going through the entire alphabet. Everything from Aaron to Zazinski.
Yeah. I hear everybody in SHADO has to go through it.
Right.
Will Colonel Paul Foster please report to room 17 on the first floor?
I think you're first in line, sir. You're FO, I'm FR. See you in the Fun Palace.
UFO 428. Speed 1.5 million miles per second. Bearing positive. Course 017234 red.
Sighting confirmed. We have a UFO on positive track.
Red alert. Interceptors, immediate launch. Interceptors, immediate launch. Moonbase to control. We have a positive sighting.
Get the trajectory termination as soon as possible.
Yes, sir. Ever contracted scarlet fever, mumps, measles, whooping cough, German measles, chicken pox?
Yes.
Yes?
I had measles.
Oh. How old were you?
4. Was it 5?
Plenty of sleep, Colonel?
Oh, yes. Most of the time.
Well, after 2 weeks here, you'll feel on top of the world.
It could be better, Foster. Keep it up, Rowan. Well, we'll soon get rid of that, won't we, Franklin?
Course 017-348-101. Speed?
Sol 0, 0.5 reducing.
Program computers for missile firing sequence.
Program complete. Missile firing 18.4.
Ooh.
Great place.
A giggle a nanosecond.
Can't wait to leave.
Some workout.
Yeah. And this is only the first day.
Come on, gentlemen. One of you into the bath.
Huh. That's just what I can do with. And I'm first. O before R.
Right. You reckon you're ready for this? It's a sonar bath.
Moonbase for you, sir.
All right, go ahead, Lieutenant.
We have the UFO termination fix. Southern England, grid reference 4706.
Yes, ground radar gave us the same information, Lieutenant.
How badly was it damaged?
Well, the interceptor scored a probable hit, but the UFO seemed to maintain its course. Listen, Lieutenant, I want Moonbase maintained on a full red alert. If that UFO breaks cover and lifts off, I want it destroyed. Now, keep me informed.
Roger and out.
Are the mobiles moving in?
Yes, sir.
Nothing of real significance here, Alec.
The research center is less than 15 miles away.
I doubt if the aliens would travel 1 billion miles to visit a glorified health farm, even if it is run by SHADO.
Didn't Paul Foster check in there this morning?
Colonel Foster?
Yes.
Get me Dr. Fraser at that research center.
Yes, sir. Radio contact negative, sir.
Well, keep trying.
Yes, sir.
You'd better get over there, Alec. Fast.
Right. We've just landed. I couldn't see any activity around the house.
Now listen, Alec. The men from the mobiles have the place completely surrounded.
Well, hold them back. I'll move in with the helicopter crew. There's less chance of being spotted. Out.
Okay, let's go. You wait here. Come with me. You wait there.
Are you certain?
We've searched the whole center. Everyone's dead, and there's no trace of Paul Foster.
There's only one answer, Alec. He's been taken by the aliens.
Steer 128. Maintain present speed.
128 it is, sir.
Control to SkyDiver. I have Commander Straker for you.
Waterman here, sir.
Captain Waterman, I have some news. It concerns Colonel Foster. I'm afraid we must assume that he is in the hands of the aliens. Did you read me, Captain?
Yes. Sir, what happened?
The research center was attacked. Colonel Foster is officially listed as missing. Now, that UFO is still in the area. I want Sky 1 maintained on full red alert, ready for an interception.
Yes, sir.
How can a thing like this happen?
We work on the assumption that Colonel Foster is alive and will be rescued. Okay? All right, this is supposed to be an operational alert. Let's get to it.
Maximum speed. Seal all water locks. Start checks A through G.
Control to SkyDiver. Remain on standby for emergency launch.
Well, what are his chances?
Oh, come on, Alec.
Now tell me, I just want to know what you have in mind.
When that UFO lifts off, the ground radar should fix its position immediately.
And?
We destroy it.
Knowing that Paul Foster is almost certainly aboard.
That's right.
You just better hope I'm never in a position to press the button on you.
How do you know he's even still alive, Alec? Look, Paul Foster's a highly trained, dedicated, courageous officer. What he knows the entire SHADO setup. Yes, he's trained to resist interrogation, but what gentle means of persuasion will they use to crack him? No, Alec. If we destroy that UFO, Paul Foster loses his life. Quick and clean. If we don't get it, God knows what will happen to him.
Commander Straker, we have a radar trace.
Do we have a fix?
Yes, sir. Computer triangulates grid reference 124048.
Speed?
800 knots, accelerating.
That must be it.
Where's SkyDiver?
Yes, sir.
Compute.
Roger.
Looks like we could intercept around here. Where's that readout? It looks good. Signal Sky 1. Immediate launch.
Yes, sir.
Launch stations.
Check boosters 1, 2, and 3. Clear 1. Lift-off stations. Lift-off -5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Sky 1 to control. Airborne.
We have you on positive track, Sky 1. Set onboard computer for interception course.
Check the UFO's airspeed.
Yes, sir. (1,500 knots).
What's its rate of climb?
10.4 MPM.
Maybe it's more damage than we thought.
Let's hope so.
I have it on radar. Range 29 miles. Closing.
You must get it. It's a sitting duck.
Have visual contact. Setting missile firing sequence.
You've got a great crew there, Captain. It's been a privilege working with you these past weeks.
Missile launch. -10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 0.
How the blazes did he miss it? Get me Lieutenant Ellis.
Sir.
Excellent visibility. Positive radar track. Positive infrared homing signal. I thought that Captain Waterman
had any emotion for a man he's been serving with for the past 2 months.
Moonbase for you, sir.
Lieutenant Ellis, what are the chances of an interception by Moonbase?
None at all, sir. The UFO's leaving Earth on an anti-lunar trajectory.
Beyond your range. I'll keep tracking it and report any change.
Roger and out.
Prepare to receive Captain Waterman.
Yes, sir.
Open bulkhead.
Range 26 million receding.
Lieutenant? Can't be. Check it. And tell Control.
Oh, just how long is this going to take? Is it or isn't it?
It's pretty complex, sir. Times, courses, trajectories, the interplay of G-forces.
Result sequence. Trajectory 042326 cycling. Lunar G variable 7/5.4. Computer predicted power loss 70%. Orbit fading 0.4 GRT. Predict impact lunar grid reference B182.
Moonbase to Control. Positive.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
So the UFO's headed for the moon?
Yes. It doesn't have enough power to escape the lunar G-force. It must have been damaged. Oh, you were asking about Foster's chances of survival. I'd say they've just improved. They must be down to 1,000,000 to 1.
UFO is still maintaining its trajectory.
Good. Just as long as it continues to head for the moon, do nothing. But if it manages to develop enough power to pull away from lunar gravity, launch your interceptors and destroy it.
The astronauts are in position. They can be spaceborne in seconds.
Fine. Well, keep me informed, Lieutenant.
Roger and out. Do we have a closer fix on where it's going to land?
Yes, grid reference 182084.
That's about 40 kilometers. I'm going out there. Tell Moon Mobile 1 to stand by. Yes, Lieutenant. We'll be in the area in 8 minutes. Keep me informed of the UFO's progress.
Yes, Lieutenant.
We're in position.
Area confirmed. 2 minutes from impact.
Seconds.
50.
40.
30. 20.
There it is. It's gonna crash.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Will you ask Jackson to come in?
Yes, sir.
Well, what's the situation?
Well, I've just had a long conversation with Moonbase. The situation is a very difficult one. Colonel Foster's general physical condition is satisfactory, considering what he's just been through. But he's in an alien spacesuit. He's breathing liquid.
Well, we can make the transfer back to normal breathing. Oh, come on now. You've done it before.
Yes, with aliens, Alec.
And none have survived more than a few hours. It's an extremely hazardous operation. We've by no means perfected the technique. There's another difficulty. Here at SHADO headquarters, we have every facility. On Moonbase, the equipment is naturally more crude. Well, I'll be monitoring the operation by video link, if you'll excuse me.
You're going to have to help me with a helmet.
Listen, Alec. Paul Foster's in top physical shape. He's an expert skin diver, used to underwater pressure.
You think that background may help?
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm sure it must be an advantage.
You could be right. Strong lungs, good respiratory system.
Sure. He'll pull through. Come on.
We're all set here, sir.
Right. Now, listen carefully. As I see it, the main problem will be panic when the helmet is removed. Colonel Foster has been breathing liquid for some hours now. Drugs will have been used to help his lungs adapt. Now, when we attempt to reverse to normal, the physical experience will be similar to drowning. Unless this moment is carefully controlled, the patient could go into convulsion and possibly choke. Let the colonel know the situation, right?
If you can hear me, nod your head. We're going to remove your helmet. Try and maintain your rhythm of breathing. Whatever happens, don't panic. Do you understand?
What is that?
2 cc's of petrochol. It should help, I hope. Is the resuscitator ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, Lieutenant. Begin.
Take hold of him. Now.
Hold him down. He could rupture his lungs.
Hold him down. Stop him struggling.
Relax. Breathe deeply. That's it. Nice and relaxed. How's the breathing now?
Better.
Just take it easy. How do you feel?
Fine. What happened?
You passed out for a few minutes in the sauna bath.
A few minutes?
Here, drink this. Tell me, Colonel, have you been burning the candle at both ends recently?
Well, there was a party last night.
A sauna can be considered as a medical aid, but there's one golden rule: never take one if you're feeling under the weather.
I should have told you.
Well, there's nothing to worry about, Colonel. You're in good shape. You'll be in even better shape when you leave here. Tomorrow we'll get down to some real work.
They're coming through now, sir.
Right. Feed it through the decoder straight into printout.
Right, sir.
Fantastic. Look at that.
Tell the lab I want the preliminary report in 24 hours.
Yes, sir.
We've got the answers, Alec. We've got the answers.
Commander?
I did say 24 hours, Kelly.
Yes, sir, but we haven't had time to type up a report.
Then give it to me verbally.
There was a fault in the device.
A fault?
Yes, sir. The range and magnification on each shot wasn't transmitted.
And just what is that supposed to mean?
That means, except for superfluous detail, these shots tell us very little.
Look, what are you trying to sell me, Kelly? Well, look at that. Look at that detail. Well, it must tell you something.
Yes, but was it taken from 500 or 100 miles? With a magnification of 1 or 1,000?
Oh, come on. Look, if I take a picture of a girl From 3 feet or 100 yards, I can still see it's a girl.
I want to show you something, Commander. Now, whatever the range, that's a shot of the alien planet. A close-up of the surface.
Yes. And I'm no expert, but that must be some form of vegetation.
Some form of vegetation, you think? You could be right. Well, why don't we take another look? Now, let's pull back. You'll notice the curvature of the horizon.
Well, surely from that we can work out an approximation of the overall size.
Let's pull back a little more.
What is this, Kelly? Some sort of joke?
You said earlier, Commander, you could recognize a girl from 3 feet or 100 yards. What about when the shot is from 30 inches, with a magnification varying from 0 to 10,000?
Hello, Commander.
Lieutenant?
Thank you. You can relax now.
Hold it there a moment, will you, Lieutenant? Magnification 0 times 10, 100, 1,000.
Not the most flattering of pin-ups, nor the best way to spend a furlough.
Thanks for all your help, Gay.
Pleasure. Goodbye, Commander.
Lieutenant? Yes. I'm beginning to see the problem.
I'd like you to have a look at that monitor. What would you say this is, Commander?
Well, before your demonstration, I would have said a lava formation of some kind.
Actually, it's a section of fractured polystyrene.
It's incredible.
Here's another.
From the structure in the center, it could be a building.
In fact, Commander, it's a grain of pollen. Another shot which could well be taken for a strange rock formation.
Yes, I have to agree.
Puffed wheat, sir. Without knowing details of range and magnification, the lava flow becomes a piece of shattered polystyrene, magnification times 2155. A pollen grain becomes a futuristic building, and a grain of puffed wheat, a rock formation.
Tell me, how are these shots produced?
Well, microphotography is well established, but the secret is three-dimensional effect, the depth of focus. It's been known for 25 years, but it needs development.
So, while we've all been looking into outer space, men like you have been sitting on this. Inner space, your pet project.
Yes. It's a vast area, almost completely unexplored. But I believe it'll give us the answers to some of the basic questions about the universe, and even life itself.
Well, maybe we've all been looking the wrong way. You know, when you really think about it, everything in this office, every object, even a speck of dust contains billions of particles. And each particle is made up of millions of atoms. A whole universe within these four walls. I walk along a beach, stand with millions of grains of sand beneath my feet. Is everything we know, this office, our world, the vastness of space itself, inside one grain of sand on another beach, on another world, in another universe? Space is infinite, both ways, outward and inward.
You can tell Kelly he'll get his appropriation. Maybe more than he expects. I get the picture.
A greatly magnified picture, General.